You know, there's really nothing more menacing about a dude sitting in the kitchen eating Cheerios and looking all menacingly. So I'm like,
You stay bullshitting.
Oh, hell no!
I'm looking at Ronnie. I'm like, he's in the kitchen chilling, just looking menacingly. I'm like, yo, okay, okay. Now this episode of season 3 of Raising Kanan, I did not expect Shannon Briggs to die. I didn't really expect it. I did not see it because I'm like, okay, she was being a little nosy. Yes, she kind of knew about everything because of her investigation off of last season into like Malcolm Howard and everything that was going on. And the fact is that he was trying to protect Kanan, but she didn't understand why. And then he just pulls the trigger on her at the end. I said, wait a minute. I wasn't expecting that because I mean, maybe last season I probably was saying something different about like, maybe she has to go. I don't know. But damn, I kind of didn't want her to die. I kind of wanted her to survive just a little bit longer. But then I'm guessing because maybe since her death, maybe later on in the story, this is probably, I don't know, maybe Jukebox maybe wants to become a cop maybe because of her or maybe because of the situation and everything that's revolving around Rock and the whole drug business and being in Jamaica, Queens. Maybe that all stems into it, right? But I was just like, damn, I did not expect that at all. I was thinking she was gonna live, but she was too close. And like Raquel and Kanan both said that, she knows everything. And then he puts him in a tough spot because he's like, well, if she knows everything, then if she does get word out to the captain, then everything goes up. It goes up in flames. Everything goes up in flames. So I mean, damn, he just did it at the end. So I was like, all right. Well, now he officially, stepped up into that realm of the murderers. So now he basically killed his own partner. But I think there's going to be some repercussions. I strongly think there's going to be some repercussions because I think her father, I mean, he's going to be like, listen, man, you was looking into Malcolm Howard. Now you're dead. I mean, that's the thing, because anytime like somebody's close to the truth and then that person ends up dead, it always going to leave like more suspicions as to why that person kept saying these things and why all of a sudden this person is dead now. I mean, I think there's going to be something. Because despite them actually saying that, oh, they pinned everything on Crown Camacho, that Crown Camacho was into some serious shit and it was basically his fault that everything basically happened, and then Kenya's death. So they all have like a tight-lipped story that it was all Crown Camacho. I mean, I still think there might be a little bit more to it, but I mean, we just gonna have to like wait and see for now. But I was like, okay. Then, how can I put this? Unique finally have his turn with Rock. He finally get his turn. So I mean, as we see in the trailer, it seemed like they relationship might start to happen because I mean we seen some people's busting, so probably was like maybe it was Stefano like busting because we seen like later on that Sal and Stefano was basically talking. He was just like, nah, give me one more chance, I can get the job done. But the feds is looking into everything now because they're like, okay, like we got a bunch of dead mob men on the street, so they just like, I mean, you're kind of putting Stefano into like a tough situation where he said like, listen, you stay over there, right? You stay over there and, because this shit got to cool down a bit because, after the war that y'all basically did in the street, it's just everything got to cool down. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then Raquel basically have like a little get together to try to like bring Kanan back in, but Kanan was just, he's not having any of it. He like, listen, man, you lied to me. You want to have this private talk with me so that way you can tell me more lies. No. Now that Marvin knows that basically, Malcolm Howard is his father, and then Lulu is just spiraling out of control, as he should, because, I mean, he was being talked to by law enforcement. They was just like, okay, like, what really happened? And he had to explain his side of things, and then he went back to the spot, and he was like, still thinking about Ziza, but everything happened the way it did. But then he was even more furious because it was just like, as he was talking with Marvin, he was like, well, she saying that she's out, but then when I say I'm out, I own you. So I was like, well, I mean, that was that line back in the last season, but like Marvin is just, I mean, Lulu is just all types of like messed up, and you know, he told Marvin about the whole Scrappy thing, that basically Scrappy was no snitch. Rock got the whole thing wrong, but I'm telling you, I don't know. I feel like Marvin might be MVP again, because he's just like stepping up to the plate again, because he's just like, you never know about Scrappy. It seemed like he was hiding some things. He probably had some things on the low. I mean, even though he wasn't a snitch or anything, but it was something about the guy. You know, he only had one eye, so it was something about him that made him sound a little sus, a little suspicious, you know. But him, and I liked how in the end, also too, that him and Kanan finally had that talk that, listen, I was the one that killed D-Wiz. I was like, all right, yes, because that had to be brought up, because I mean, Lulu and Kanan basically have the same similarities. It's just like Rock screwed them both over. They have that same similarity. So I think going forward, if Kanan and Famous starts to do their little ventures outside of Rock, I think, hey, Lulu might be the guy. Lulu might actually be on board, and I think it might be maybe those three going forward, or maybe Lulu might actually have Kanan's back. I think it's so. I think so, because Kanan ain't trying to hear any of that, because she was lying to him and still is lying to him. So he's like, I'm not trying to hear any of that, despite her in this newer place, and even Jukebox trying to talk to him. He's just like, listen, I ain't trying to hear any of this, man. And then, you know, Kenya's memorial, right? Marvin was there, but Jukebox wasn't, because, you know, I mean, the whole church thing in the last season was a little, you know, but I mean, everybody grieves and mourns in their own different ways. So I was just like, damn. But, you know, like I said, I kind of want to know what's going to happen in the next episode as well, because, I mean, things are starting to, like, pick up now, because, I mean, damn, the death of Shannon now, that you got Ronnie that's basically out looking all menacingly. He like, listen, what happened to the corners, man? When I was running things, I had men on the corners, and then Unique like, listen, man, it's different. You don't understand. What you mean? What you mean? Whatever. Like, I'm like, yo, Ronnie, he gonna be something, because when Kanan was explaining in the story, he was just like, listen, he's the type of dude that you don't want to be in a room with. Even Unique don't want to be in a room with this dude. So I'm like, I mean, if he's that crazy, hey, you don't want to be involved with type of people like that, you know, flipping on the switch. I mean, we just gonna have to wait and see who's maybe Ronnie's gonna be. Well, what's his first body gonna look like? We gonna have to wait on that. Like, what's his first body gonna look like? Cause he already looking crazy, eating Cheerios and sipping and looking crazy and shit. So I was just like, oh boy. But we just gonna have to wait and see on that. But man, comment down below what you guys think of this first episode. Because, I mean, I wasn't expecting Shannon's death. I was like, damn, like, I was kind of hoping she would survive. But then, as he blew her damn brains out, he was searching her shit. And he was like, oh, you was recording me. You had a whole gun on me and shit. Give me this fucking shit. You ain't telling on nobody. I was like, oh, God. Oh, man. But, yeah, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you all in the next one.
You stay bullshitting.